Ro, Ro, Rohan? Who is this guy? Rohan, the one and only.
So boring waiting for new bots to drop. Ooh, discounts. Maybe I should buy some of these.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
No, Rohan, no. Be ruthless. Remember what you said last week.
Now that's the smartest thing you've said all day.
Really? Hey, what's going on?
Rohan!
Well, 2022 is already in full swing, and we're approximately 1/12 the way through it already, with January virtually already gone. And I started to think, 20 years the anniversary of Armada, maybe I should start thinking about doing an Armada special. And I thought, you know what? Nah, I've got all year to do an Armada special. In fact, who knows, I may even cut it up into 4 different segments and do one a quarter or something to celebrate that amazing show and toy line.
I've got morons on my team.
So I started to think, what else can we talk about this week on Rohan's Corner? Well, we're sort of in this hiatus, or this sort of in-between limbo stage at the moment in Transformers collecting, where nothing really new seems to be coming out very quickly. Yeah, okay, there's been a few people getting their pterosaurs and some other little beasts from the Kingdom line, but realistically, there hasn't been anything new drop for a while. Maybe Slammer and Pipes from the Kingdom line, but again, they've sort of drip fed into certain stores. Not everywhere's got them out yet. We're in this sort of position because at the back end of Kingdom, Legacy has been revealed, but it hasn't launched yet and is not going to launch for several more months. And usually I would be highly critical of Hasbro about this strategy that they've taken by announcing Legacy so early. I would say, well, what are you doing? You haven't finished Kingdom yet. You're already announcing Legacy. There's some big characters coming out, like Blaster. We're all eagerly anticipating.
Good work, Blaster. You've just gone platinum.
His drop at the beginning of February. And what, you're talking about Legacy already? Are you mad, Hasbro? But actually, what's been happening in the Transformers world over the last few years, with leakers especially, coming out and showcasing new lines or new bots very early before Hasbro's even had a chance to get out the blocks. I think Hasbro have taken the initiative to say, we're going to be the ones to tell you about the new line. It is a bit silly that they're doing it before the end of Kingdom, because you're kind of cutting off the knees before you've actually had a chance to run. I started looking back through my history of new mainline Generations purchases, and I don't mean like figures that have been out for a while, like I picked up, obviously, you saw on the show, Studio Series 86, Redgar and Slag and Nor, but what I mean is new figures that have just dropped. So Slammer and Pipes would be an example, Blaster. I had to go all the way back to October to find my last pickups that were new on the shelves. I picked up Expanse recently because it was cheap on Comics and Cocktails, but last time I actually got some new drops was October? That's 3 months ago. Generation Selects Road Ranger Puffer, which was a nice set, don't get me wrong, but it's such a long time ago. And so, why haven't we had anything new? Well, I think the Beast Wars fans have, and I think Slammer and Pipes, as I mentioned before. Blaster seems imminent, with lots of eBay listings turning up in the last week or so. Believe it or not, I just got a drop email from Hasbro Pulse about Studio Series 86 Perceptor.
Bad things come in small packages.
Coming in early next month, which is great news, that's good. But for the moment, I've had 7 new Magic Square offerings from my Legends Collecting 3P in the same period of time as nothing from the Generations line. And it got me thinking, well, what do I do with this hiatus, this roadblock on my journey towards Legacy? Because don't get me wrong, I am going to pick up most of the Legacy boxes. I've not pre-ordered them. I know a lot of people have, but I'm just waiting because I know what happens at the beginning of a line. They're going to hang around for a while. And so maybe it's time I went and I picked up one of those bots from the last few years, which I haven't managed to get out of the box just yet. And I know, I do have loads of them to choose from. Maybe I'll pick up something like Kingdom Tracks, or one of the Earthrise bots I haven't managed to get out yet, or maybe even one of the Siege ones, who knows. I don't think I've got anything. Oh yeah, Titan's Return. I've got a load of bots from Titan's Return which I haven't opened yet. Maybe it'll give me an opportunity to spend a couple of hours and appreciate some of those bots. But I think in the meantime, Hasbro are losing out. They're missing a trick, because 3P are continuing to run that bandwagon.
Those dirty roaches! I'll show them!
And I know there are multiple different companies offering different things, but Fans Toys have made their announcements for the year, just as XTB, I'm sure, have made several announcements, and from the Legend scale, New Age and Magic Square have also made their announcements of upcoming bots this year. It's going to be an exciting year from a toy perspective, but from a mainline perspective, we're still a little bit in the dark.
I can't see!
We know that the Stunticons are coming, we know that the Insecticons are coming, and we know that there's going to be some Prime figures that are being redecoed into a G1 aesthetic styling.
That does not satisfy my logic circuits.
However, are we going to get a new cartoon because we've got this massive gap until Rise of the Beast now that it's been delayed? Or are we going to get something else to fulfill us in the meantime? And so I leave you with these thoughts as I go off to go and pick up an old pickup to play with. Thank you for joining me on Rohan's Corner. See you again next week. Back to the studio. Transformers United Wreck-Gar or Gigawatt? Choices, choices, choices.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going